Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm sharing the 5 best crystals for shadow work. We're approaching Samhain, the time of the year when the veil is the thinnest and when we're moving into the darker half of the year. This is really the time for withdrawing inward. And this isn't just about the ways that we withdraw from the world and start to enjoy the warmth of the home as the weather turns colder, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere, but it's also about how we start to reflect upon our own inner world. This is the time when we really need to start getting comfortable with the darkness and following the natural flow of the Earth's cycles. It's time for shadow work. My name is Ashley Levy, and I'm the founder and educational director of the Love and Light School of Crystal Therapy. Shadow work is something I've been doing for a little over a year now, really in depth, so I know firsthand how transformative this journey can be. This is deeply personal work, and it'll be different for each and every person, but in its most bare, raw form, shadow work is a journey inward to reclaim both the darkness and the light within you. It helps you gain an intimate understanding of your inner self. It's really the conscious undertaking of exploring the dark interior realm of your subconscious mind and the hidden feelings and wounds that reside there. In modern spiritual terms, shadow work is about uncovering and exploring the parts of yourself that are holding you back and preventing you from living in authentic joy. These parts of yourself are created over time through social conditioning, personal fears, trauma, and wounds inflicted on you by others from your childhood to the present day. And these shadow aspects of your personality are created when you have a traumatic emotional response to something that was deemed negative by others and thus seen as negative by the self. So to cope, your subconscious mind locks this part of your psyche away in the shadow realm. Now, shadow work is the spiritual work of uncovering and reacquainting yourself with the parts of you that you've been made to feel are unacceptable and that you've discarded and locked up and hidden away because others, even your family and friends or society as a whole, have deemed these parts of you unsuitable or negative. So shadow work is this conscious reintegration of these aspects as a part of your whole self. So your shadow self and your light self are two halves to one whole. And so reintegrating and reuniting these dual aspects of yourself is important for balance and alignment because after all, both pieces are part of you and both pieces contribute to the uniqueness of who you are. So the shadow is a necessary part of your being. It's a necessary part of your wholeness. This is the time of year to walk the path of shadow and illumination. Perhaps you're brand new to this concept, or maybe you know a little bit, but you aren't that familiar yet, or maybe you're even deeply immersed in this process as part of your regular spiritual practice. Shadow work helps you get to know yourself better than ever before. So no matter where you're at on your path, healing crystals can be incredibly helpful for support during your shadow work practice for both the novice and the experienced shadow worker alike. So here are my 5 best crystals for shadow work. Let's start with Black Moonstone. This crystal is connected to the energy of the dark goddesses, especially Hecate, Baba Yaga, and Kali that rule the shadow realm. Now, these goddesses are often feared because of their perceived negative connotations, but actually, they represent transformation, and Black Moonstone assists you during times of uncomfortable change as both an energetic and emotional support. It's also a stone of feminine empowerment, and it's linked to the archetypes of the maiden, mother, and crone. And it's an excellent companion stone for times of rebirth and transformation, especially spiritual rebirths that are created through shadow work. Black Moonstone reveals to you your identity as it's seen by the divine, and it helps facilitate a connection between your light side and your shadow side, so it's especially powerful to work with during ritual or ceremony related to shadow work, and particularly during the times of the dark and new moon phases. Black Moonstone is related to all forms of growth, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and it keeps you energetically protected during big life transitions, so you can emerge safe and supported and whole on the other side of your journey. Next is Black Obsidian. This crystal assists you in finding deeper meaning in your shadow aspects. It helps you unlock the symbols and insights presented by your shadow side so that you're better able to integrate these aspects back into the light. And this is best done through the art of crystallomancy, a form of scrying divination done with a crystal ball. So this really engages your subconscious mind in the act of journeying into the realm of shadow. And Black Obsidian is also connected to the dark goddess Kali. Next is Black Onyx, which helps keep you feeling safe, grounded, and centered during your shadow work practice. It's a stone of stability and calm, so it works well to hold this stone if you start to feel overwhelmed while you're processing something meaningful. This stone is connected with the goddess Persephone, queen of the underworld, also known as Kori, Proserpina, or Proserpine. Lapis is connected with the Sumerian goddess Inanna, and she was said to wear a lapis lazuli necklace. She also carried wands of lapis that she used to measure the length of a person's lifetime. Now, throughout time, people have associated lapis with connecting with other worlds, and in fact, the goddess Ishtar adorned herself from head to toe in lapis to prepare for her passage into the underworld. Now, these crystals prove useful as they must be given up in exchange for her passage through the 7 gates of the underworld, a journey that eventually leads her to ascension and rebirth, a great metaphor for our shadow work. So work with this crystal when you're ready to heal your wounds and rise from the realm of shadow to reclaim your power. Lapis is a stone of great spiritual mystery, and although the shadow self is often ignored, by consciously working with it, it brings about great personal growth. Lapis can help you tap into your shadow side and take this journey of self-discovery. Next is selenite. This crystal helps to clear out old wounds and energies that have been healed or released during your shadow work practice. And it also assists with clearing cords to people, places, energies, or experiences that no longer serve you. I can't wait for you to experience the growth and transformation that you unlock with these shadow work crystals. The world needs your gifts, but you can only shine your light once you've acknowledged your inner darkness. I hope that this video helps guide you deeper in your shadow work practice. And if you liked it, you'll also love my newest class, Crystals for Shadow Work, where I guide you step by step about how to incorporate crystals, herbs, the moon, and so much more into your shadow work journey. Visit me online at loveandlightschool.com or connect with me on social at Love and Light School. Be sure to leave a comment below and tell me exactly what you thought about this video and which of these crystals you'd most like to bring into your shadow work practice. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, crystal blessings.